In 2016, NTParanormal was invited to speak at the A.W. Perry Homestead Museum's Paranormal Porch panel in Carrollton, Texas. Along with two other paranormal groups and Victoria Anderson, the recreations coordinator, we discussed local history, past experiences, the evolution of spiritualism, and paranormal investigation since the 1800s. In June 2017, not only were we invited back to speak, but also to investigate the house itself for paranormal activity. We jumped at this once-in-a-lifetime chance to be the first and only group to be given the opportunity to try to document evidence to go along with the stories of paranormal activity told to us by the staff.
So, just a basic history of the museum here.
Okay, so this house was built in 1909 by Francis and Dewitt Perry. Their parents were A.W. and Sarah Perry, and actually outside of this house is the foundation of their home, which was built in 1857 when they came to Carrollton. Technically, I guess in 1847.
Yeah, 1844.
Yeah, is when the family originally came, but Francis and Dewitt tore down that old house to build this one, so 1909, and then their daughter Pearl donated it to the city in 1976. So it's completely restored to Victorian furnishings, and it has a lot of the family pieces that were actually in the home when they lived in the home. And we do know that the original builder of the home, Dewitt and Francis, that Francis died in the home in 1962, and I'm assuming Dewitt died here as well. And we know that a lot of our Perry family members are buried next door in the historic cemetery, so they're all still pretty close.
My big kind of haunted experience was, so upstairs is where we office and do our computer work and store our collections and everything. And I was here by myself upstairs, just on my computer, and we have some shelving units off to the side, and all of a sudden this box flies off the shelf, and I go to look at it. Hadn't been over there all day, hadn't touched anything recently, and I look down at this box that flew off the shelf, and it says doll heads, and I don't even bother opening it. I'm like, nope, I'm gonna walk away and pretend that didn't happen.
That's a good call.
That is our response to doll heads.
Yeah, that's the hauntedest thing that has happened to me here. We also have a lot of rec attendants that sometimes have to fill in here at the and cover museum hours and open it up. And I know a lot of them never want to come here because they just get creeped out by it. I don't know. Many of them haven't had stuff happen to them, but
Just a bad feeling.
Yeah, they just all creeped out by it.
So me and John spend a lot of time here by ourselves. We're a very small staff. So in the time that I'm by myself upstairs, I've also had boxes kind of fall on their own very loudly to get your attention. I've had my cell phone completely lose service here in the house and at the Perry Cemetery when no one else lost service, and when all of the electronics were working in the home, just for some reason my phone cuts out. It's kind of weird. It's a weird one. Also, when you'll be upstairs, you'll hear a lot of things downstairs, but we keep all of the doors, permanently locked whenever we're here. So you will hear what sounds like someone unlocking the door and opening it, and you'll come downstairs and everything's still locked, and it's only you in the house. And then also me and John does the tours on Saturdays, and we would come in, I guess it was on Tuesday, and we walk through the house just to make sure everything looks really nice. And we saw an indent on the child's bed. It's a feather bed, so if someone sits on it, it's very noticeable and it stays there. So I asked John if anyone sat on the bed during a tour, because you're not really supposed to sit on the furniture. And he said, nope, it wasn't like that when I was there. So, and there's actually, me and John, while we were setting up, we noticed that there is an indentation in the same spot at the bed right now. So.
I mean, move around the house if you want to. I mean, try different rooms.
Okay.
The different stuff's happening, but just see if being by yourself does anything.
I call next. Are we turning the lights off on you, John?
You can if you want.
We can do that. We can go ahead and go lights out.
It doesn't matter to me.
It's fine.
Should I ask like some of the same questions, or should I do different questions? Does it matter? Okay.
Ask some personal ones for what you do when you're here alone on Saturday.
Yeah.
Do you like the Netflix movies that I watch?
Do you like the podcast I listen to?
Alright, so we'll vacate.
Okay. All right. Bye, everyone.
Probably John would need a flashlight if we're doing lights out.
Oh, yeah?
Or do you have a flashlight on your phone you can use?
Yeah, I do have a flashlight on my phone.
Do you want a real flashlight or phone flashlight?
Because
they got a real one.
Yeah, I'd prefer a real one, I guess.
That one's good for the live stream.
Cool. Thank you.
Here we go. Try not to fall to my way.
Okay.
Because the more tension he feels, the creepier it is around here, that's the more energy they have to draw off of. Oh, that is horrible.
Isn't that creepy?
Yeah, super creepy.
Call us if you need me. I'll be back in a little bit.
All right. All right, here we are upstairs. Why did you move those box of doll heads on me? Do you enjoy the podcasts I listen to when I'm by myself here? Okay, gonna move downstairs now. Ask some other questions. Are there any spirits inhabiting our dolls?
Alrighty. I'm going to turn the light on just so I don't freak myself out. But a little background. Oh, there's a little lizard, sorry. I had a breakup that was pretty bad. And I dealt with it a lot at the museum. So I put in a lot of like emotional energy of just like crying here. So I think where I'm gonna go is, God, I probably shouldn't go right by the setup. Ooh. He scared me, he's right out there. I think I'm gonna go in here in the parlor because this is where oh my God, it scared the crap out of me. Oh my, I jumped so bad. Ooh, okay. I'm already scared myself, but I'm gonna go in the parlor because this is where he's having problems with the door. Our door is really hard to close. At the piano, because this is where I put a lot of my time and energy in. So I guess I'm gonna start recording once he's ready. Okay, so I'm gonna hit record. Is there anybody here with me from the Perry family or otherwise? Have any of you heard me crying or playing the piano? Why do you make us come downstairs? Why do you make us come downstairs? Why do you make us come downstairs? Okay, I think that's some good initial questions that I'll ask. Oh, it's creepy here with the lights off. Let me see, I'll figure out to play back. Okay, playing back now. Why do you make us come downstairs? That's kind of weird. I thought I heard something. God, our door handle fell off, in case you're wondering. Our door handle fell off, sorry. Might need help getting the door handle back on. This is a common occurrence at our museum.
No, I
I
was
would
gonna.
not get on this surgery. You'd probably fall right through it because it's so old.
Yeah. I got the recorder going right there, so go ahead and play.
Oh, you're good.
Play your music for a little bit. Really loud.
Should I turn this light off?
What? Yeah, go ahead. Well, I mean, the live stream's gonna be useless with the lights.
Oh, it's fine. They can listen.
Yeah.
anything here that would like to communicate with us? This device on the table here, it's sweeping through radio frequencies, and you can use our energy to talk through. Can you tell us what your name is? We're just hearing radio stations and it's just changing bands. I don't like doing it on the FM band.
Are you happy or content that your home has been preserved and is now a museum to share with your community?
Oh, I'm just getting straight radio stations. I hate that. I must be getting really good signal up here because this doesn't have an antenna on it. Specifically why I took the antenna off.
I mean, well, we're up high. I mean, we're on the second story, so.
Can you make this chair rock? Why don't you come up and sit in this chair for me? I'd like to just sit here on the porch, talk with you a little while. Got traffic over here. So, A.W. Perry's been pretty cool so far. I don't know that we've gotten a lot of evidence yet, but it's definitely got a pretty cool feeling to it. It feels like, you know, it has a history. I like it. It's definitely cool being one of the first, or being the first paranormal investigation team allowed to do an investigation here. The people that run it are really cool. There's a ton of history here. It's definitely a neat place to be. The baby's room is definitely the coolest room in my opinion. Maybe the parlor. Parlor's pretty cool. they experienced some things upstairs. Oh no, we tried doing some EVPs. Didn't get anything live, but of course, we'll go back and post and listen to a lot of that. Do some audio enhancement. We can usually get some stuff that way. I'm walking around the outside property now just to see if I catch anything. We caught some critters out here. We think some of the activity might actually be because of critters up in the attic. But, some of the bigger stuff is a little bit harder to debunk. I don't know. It'll just take a little more time. They'll have to do a little more investigation on their own. But A.W. Perry is definitely a cool place to investigate. So, I came out here by the barn because we know there used to be slave quarters out here, but we don't know where. We know where the foundation of the old house was at, but we don't know exactly where the slave quarters was. We do know it was on this property somewhere. The barn behind me is actually a reproduction, but it stands where the original barn was at. I'd come over here and check it out. Maybe try some EVPs. See if maybe we get some kind of response. Even though I know it's a reproduction, it's definitely got a creepy feeling to it. Is there anybody out here who wants to talk to me? Do you like it out here?